Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So you're interested in learning about Islam in Malaysia? That's a fascinating topic with a rich history and a complex present-day situation. In this overview, we're going to take a journey through the story of Islam in Malaysia, from its early beginnings to its current state. We'll start by looking at how Islam first came to Malaysia and how it spread throughout the region. Then we'll dive into some numbers, giving you a clear picture of the Muslim population in Malaysia today, including the breakdown between different Islamic traditions. After that, we'll explore the daily lives of Malaysian Muslims, their practices, where they live, and how Islam shapes their day-to-day experiences. We'll also tackle some of the challenges faced by the Muslim community in Malaysia, because like any large group, they have their share of issues to grapple with. Finally, we'll address the question of Islamophobia in Malaysia, which is an interesting topic given that Muslims are the majority in the country. We'll look at whether there are any anti-Islamic sentiments or organizations, and how this plays out in a predominantly Muslim nation. This overview should give you a solid foundation for understanding the role of Islam in Malaysian society. Let's dive in. Islam first reached the Malay world in the 12th century, brought by Arab and Indian traders who were sailing the lucrative spice routes. These merchants didn't just bring goods, they also brought their faith, introducing Islamic ideas and practices to the local population. The earliest evidence of Islamic influence in the region comes from the discovery of a tombstone in Terengganu, dated 1303. This stone, inscribed with Arabic script, suggests that by the early 14th century, there were already Muslim communities established in what is now Malaysia. The spread of Islam was gradual and largely peaceful. It wasn't imposed by conquest, but rather adopted voluntarily, often starting with the ruling classes. The Malacca Sultanate, founded in the early 15th century, played a crucial role in this process. When Parameswara, the founder of Malacca, converted to Islam and took the title of Sultan, it marked a turning point. Malacca became a center of Islamic learning and culture, attracting scholars from across the Muslim world. From Malacca, Islam spread to other parts of the peninsula and to neighboring islands. The religion was attractive to many rulers because it provided a more sophisticated system of law and governance, as well as connections to the wider Muslim trading network. Interestingly, the Islam that took root in Malaysia was heavily influenced by Sufism, a mystical branch of the religion. This made it more adaptable to local customs and beliefs, allowing for a smoother transition from earlier Hindu-Buddhist practices. By the 16th century, Islam had become the dominant religion in most of the Malay Peninsula, though it took longer to spread to some interior regions and to Borneo. The arrival of European colonial powers, starting with the Portuguese conquest of Malacca in 1511, slowed but didn't stop the spread of Islam. Under British colonial rule in the 19th and early 20th centuries, Islam became increasingly tied to Malay ethnic identity. The British policy of preserving Malay customs and religion as part of their indirect rule approach actually reinforced the role of Islam in Malay society. When Malaysia gained independence in 1957, Islam was enshrined as the official religion of the new nation, though freedom of religion was also guaranteed. Since then, Islam has continued to play a central role in Malaysian politics and society, with ongoing debates about its proper place in a multi-ethnic, multi-religious nation. This history helps explain why Islam is so deeply rooted in Malaysian culture today and why it's such an important part of Malay identity. It's a story of gradual adoption and adaptation, shaped by trade, politics, and local customs over many centuries. All right, let's dive deeper into the numbers and demographics of Muslims in Malaysia. This is important for understanding the current religious landscape of the country. Approximately 61% of the Malaysian population is Muslim. To put that into perspective, we're talking about roughly 19 million people.